If you're not familiar with Search GPT, I probably should have covered this at the beginning, or Perplexity. These are two alternatives to Google. Search GPT is, an AI-powered search engine. Basically, it gives you kind of the strength of a traditional search engine, but it gives you these advanced conversational abilities of these large language models like GPT, right? Or what they have over at OpenAI. Perplexity is, it's going to allow you to ask any question, and it's going to it searches the internet to give you an accessible, conversational, and verifiable answer. And so I like Perplexity a lot because it, unlike Search GPT, which has in the past been capable of these hallucinations where you ask it a question and it just kind of makes, BS up. Perplexity is really grounded in giving answers, but putting sources in the back pocket with it. So it's a pretty cool thing that, could be a lot of applications for research, for fact checking, just lots of cool stuff going on in there. So those are, I would say, the biggest kind of players in that space that have a potential. But I think it would be Search GPT. But I saw a Perplexity ad with Jim Harbaugh the other day, from the Chargers. So they're putting money into it, and we'll kind of see where it goes. But I think Search GPT is probably the best position to actually start making a dent in Google's market share. Okay, so let's talk about some of the profit generating opportunities, and then I'm going to end with a real world example of how we did this and we're able to save $10,000 a month in labor costs. So I like to make these all practical, and I'm going to make a guide available about 20 routine legal tasks that can be automated with AI. So I think the hardest part about getting started with AI is asking yourself, where do I start? What do I do, right? You have this powerful tool, but that was my problem with it from the beginning was, I might put in hey, write me this article, marketing article, and then I, look at it and say, it's not that great, right? This isn't how I would do it. So yeah, must not be ready yet, right? And then the key to what I learned over time was that the more you treat it like a conversational tool and an assistant, and kind of work it through, the conditions of what you want to use to get you the final product that you want, it becomes this amazing tool, this amazing co-pilot to create work and do it more efficient, bring things in that maybe you didn't think of. So what I would encourage you to do is start with a routine task that takes your time, but does not necessarily require critical thinking, okay? And so for right now, this is, I believe, the best way